Good afternoon, traders. Today is September 12th. What a great move in silver today. Take a look at this on a daily chart. Let me go back here and show you what's going on a daily chart. I mean, what a huge move. 5.32% up almost $1 in silver. It's a big move on moderate volume right down here near the support level, which is ideally very solid. Understand, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm going to show you something here that's going to keep this thing into broad perspective. We're not going to see metals, gold and silver really start to take off until back over in this time frame near these vertical lines and near this box right here. This is, point to this, this is July 2023. And potentially into November 2023. We're setting up a very broad pattern here. I've drawn it out for you. It's a very broad pennant formation. We could see metals start to melt a bit higher, maybe into a formation that is slightly more aggressive, maybe something along the lines of this, across this channel here, forming kind of an upward channel. But long and short of it, we're in a very extended trend with regard to metals. Let me pick a little purplish color. There we go. Purplish color. We're in a very extended trend where we may see something like that take place, or as I've drawn back over here, something more along the lines of a sideways pennant formation all the way through the end of this year and through early next year. So silver and gold are very likely to try to rally back up. Silver up to the 2370, maybe a bit higher area, but it's really going to be flagging out here. So we've got about another 8 to 12 months to go before we're going to get closer to this breakout range. Now, what could change this? What could change this perspective would be war, global crisis, any number of events could change this. But right now we're setting up in a very solid sideways pattern, which means traders need to stay very, very cautious. There's a lot of doomsayers out there saying the markets, the global markets are going to collapse, metals are going to skyrocket. I do believe down the road something like that could happen, but my timing on this is still saying that we're looking more into 2023, 2024, 2025 when we start to have some massive corrective events taking place. Now let's take a look here at gold. Okay, I need to type it in. And let's take a look at this longer term cycle trend here. And what we're really looking at here, ladies and gentlemen, is not only this big broad cycle trend. Let me see if I can draw this a little further out. Oh, about there and about there. Whoops. And that puts us into November 2023 as well. So understand that this is November through potentially, let's call it December. Right in that area, that's actually January. So we come in here, we'll highlight these, make them a different color. And what we need to be aware of, ladies and gentlemen, is we have a number of pennant formations taking place. Okay, this is the broad pennant formation. This is the intermediate pennant formation right here. So if I were to come in here, make this more of a lighter green color, and make this more of a lighter green color. And then here we have what may become the intermediate cycle. So let me rephrase this. We have the shorter apexing pattern here in green. We have the more intermediate apexing pattern here, potentially around May 2023. Then we have the longer term apexing pattern out here into November, December, January 2023 and early 2024. Either way, gold is very likely to try to hold up into these support channels and attempt to rally up above 1900, potentially, moving this, potentially up into 2000 from where it's at right now. But these cycles, these patterns that are setting up this broad cycle trend, which we've had a double cycle top up here, so you could see it, if I were to kind of draw this, you could see it from a rally phase here, up to here, rolled back down into a double bottom, secondary cycle top, back down here to 1, up to 2, down to 3 potentially, and out here to 4 or 5. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to the upside. And again, this is what we're looking at here. Now, we could get any kind of breakout ranges in this area. So between 2080 or 90 to the lows down here at, say, 1636, call it 1700. We could get anything in between here. But really, we're looking at a potential rally phase here in gold, probably up to around 1920, 1930. And then we're going to see rotation back down potentially to 1790, maybe 1840. Then we're going to be looking at a rally phase coming out of this, and we don't know exactly when. That rally phase could start sometime around April 2023 or out towards November, December 2023. But we've got some really great rebounding taking place right now, and I want you to be aware of the hype that's going on. It's a great buying opportunity long term. You can buy metals right now, precious metals, it seems really solid. But longer term, we've got a number of cycle phases that we need to work through. Change this to make it yellow. So you can see here, we've got a number of cycle phases to work through. Change that, make it purple. And the reality is, the yellow cycle phase is the long-term cycle phase. The purple cycle phase is more of an intermediate term cycle phase, which may end near April, March or April 2023. And then we have the current one, which is right here. And the current one is setting up right now. That's the September 6th through 8th apexing pattern that I just told you about. And I believe this is going to be a very solid bottom. And I believe we're going to see a wonderful move, if I can draw this properly, up to this channel again, which means we're going to see a 10.5%, roughly 9 to 10% rally in metals from here. May take many months, ladies and gentlemen, but it's going there. Okay, now if we take a look at silver and see what silver is going to be looking like, silver may actually have a bigger, broader cycle phase right now. And if we were to look at silver from where it's at right now, up to this level, yeah, you're talking a 21, almost 22% rally phase, and you would be targeting somewhere above 2355, 2360 would be an ultimate target zone here for this channel phase. And you can see silver actually did the same thing as gold. We have a double topping formation here very clearly. We've got this rolling from a peak here down to a peak up here, and then we roll down to this low. So this is actually a very solid double peaking. I believe the entire risk factor of the metals markets have been diluted by the Fed and by central bank activity and what's going on with stimulus in government. I think that metals would have likely rallied back out of this phase here. But we've gone through this extended decline, waiting to see what's happening with metals and the economy and global economy. And now fear is actually starting to come back into the market and is starting to play a very important role. Okay, follow my research. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on YouTube. Visit ment.com, ment.com, to learn more about what I do. Remember, the next 3 to 5 years are going to be critically important for you to protect and grow your assets over time. This is not a sprint. This is a long-term race to understand what's really going on in the markets. That's why I'm doing this right now. I want you to be aware there's going to be a lot of hype people out there telling you to buy, or sell based on what's going on. I'm telling you right now, we have at least another 5 to 12 months to go before we're going to see any real big rally in metals, in my opinion. So you've got plenty of time to load up and protect your capital and stay safe. All right, guys, talk to you later.